What's up, Calcubots? In this video, we're going to do a short lesson in comparing fractions, and this will be comparing fractions 1 because there's other methods that I will teach you. But this first method I call the butterfly method. I'm not sure if it has an official name, but that's just what I call it. So when I say compare fractions, what I'm talking about is to see if fractions are greater than, less than, or equal to. We're going to work with these three mathematical symbols, okay? So these are the fractions we're going to use, these symbols we're going to use to compare fractions in this exercise. So I have this set of fractions for us right here. I have the first fraction as 1/3, and I have another fraction as 1/2. So at first glance, we can clearly, if you're familiar with fractions, you'll know that 1/2 is greater than 1/3, right? Let's pretend we have these boxes right there, and then I have another box that's the same. Oh, that's not close. So let me take this one and I'm gonna duplicate it. All right, so these two rectangles are the same, right? This first one I'm gonna split in half, just like this. That looks pretty dang close. So here I have a half, and here I have a half, and this whole thing makes one whole, right? And I'm gonna split this bar down here into thirds. So here's 1/3. That looks pretty good. Let's go right here. And here's another third. It looks pretty good. May not be exact, but it's pretty good. And each of these boxes in this bottom rectangle is 1/3. And here we can see that 1/2 is bigger than a third, greater than, right? Because it takes up more of the rectangle. That's just a visual representation. How do we do it mathematically? And we're going to do it with the butterfly method. So this is how it works. I'm going to draw two wings like this. One wing here, like that. And then another wing going like this. Oh boy, that one's ugly. Let's try again. Close enough. So the way this works, right? We have those two wings. You multiply 3 times 1. You multiply it like in this direction. So 3 times 1 is equal to 3 right here. And we're going to draw an antenna to connect it to remind you where it goes. Then you're going to multiply in this direction, going upward from the 2. So we're looking at 2 times 1, which is 2. And draw the other antenna right there. See? It looks like a butterfly. Now we're going to look at these two numbers we got, the 3 and the 2. These whole numbers we can compare. We know that 3 is greater than 2. In other words, 2 is less than 3, which means that if we go back to our original fractions, pay attention to where the 2 and the 3 are, right? The 2 is above 1/3 and the 3 is above 1/2. The symbol that we drew can then be taken down like this. And this is our statement now. 1/3 is less than 1/2. This is the gist of the butterfly method. We use it to compare. Keep in mind where I put the numbers and in which direction I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying like that and like that, going upward. I am not doing it going downward. All right, that's why I drew these antennas, to let me know where my products are gonna go. 3 times 1 is 3 right here. 2 times 1 is 2 right there. Okay, so from here, using this method, we can conclude that 1/3 is less than 1/2. All right, let's do another example so we can get some more practice in. Okay, this method works with any fraction. It's not always the easiest because of the fact that some numbers are going to be difficult to multiply. Let's try another set of fractions. I have 1/10 and I have 1/4. I need to compare them. Which one's greater or less or equal? Let's do the butterfly method. 10 times 1 is equal to 10. 4 times, let me use a different color. Let's go with this blue. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Don't forget your antennas to tell you where they go, right there. One goes there, and one goes there. So now we can compare, right? We know that 4 is less than 10. Therefore, 1/10 is less than 1/4. So 1/10 is less than 1/4. Just like that. You got to multiply them. 10 times 1 in this direction, and 10 times 1 like that, and 4 times 1 like that. Okay? Always start at the denominator and move up to the numerator, and make sure you multiply crisscross. Okay? Let's do another example. Let's try, how about this one? 3/6 and 2/4. Let's compare these. All right, here we go. We're going to multiply them. 6 times 2 is 12. And here in blue, now let's change this. I like that blue I have. Now we have 4 times 3 is also 12. So from here we can conclude that since 12 is equal to 12, then 3/6 is equal to 2/4. So 3/6 is equal to 2/4. Just like that. You can draw the antennas. I always tell students to draw the antennas when I teach them about comparing fractions. It makes it more fun. It makes it more, it gives you a reason. Oh, why do we call it the butterfly method? Well, we draw wings and here are the antennas. The antennas tell us where the numbers are going to go. Okay? Make sure you draw the antennas above so you know where the numbers go. Because if you mistakenly, let's try, no, that in this case, this one still works. Okay? When the fractions are equal, it really doesn't matter if the numbers are on top or on bottom, but let's practice keeping them on top because it will matter when the fractions are not equal. Okay? Let's do another example. Here I have 3/9, and I'm comparing that to 10/50. Okay? Let's compare. Here we go. 9 times 10. First antenna right there. 9 times 10 is 90. Just like that. Now we have, let's use yellow this time. We have 50 times 3, which goes right here. 50 times 3. It's gonna be 150. Right? And here we now have our comparison. 150 is greater than 90. So 3/9 is greater than 10/50. So 3/9 is greater than 10/50. Just like that. See how this works? It's a very quick way to compare fractions if you don't know which one's greater or if they're equal. It's a very quick way. Let's do 2 more examples and then we'll conclude our lesson for today. Let's do these fractions. I have here 5/8 and I have 2/6. Which of these fractions is greater? Let's do butterfly. 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. Just like that. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 is greater than 16. So 5/8 is greater than 2/6. Just like that. Cool. Let's do one more example. And that'll conclude our little lesson about comparing fractions using the butterfly method. Let's say I have, oh, this one's good. 5/12, and let me put it over here. So I'm comparing 5/12 and where'd it go? Oh, there it is. 5/12 and 1/2. Sorry, I was looking at my examples. Let's compare these. Greater than, less than, or equal to. Well, let me do my work over here off to the side. So 5/12 and 1/2. Butterfly method. 12 times 1 is 12. There's my first antenna. And my second one is right here. 2 times 5 right there. Oh boy, what happened there? 2 times 5, that's equal to 10. And here we conclude that 10 is less than 12, which means that 5/12 is less than 1/2. Just like that. And this is our answer. 5/12 is less than 1/2. Okay, guys? I hope this method made things a little clear, and I hope you guys use it and practice it on your own or on some assignments you may have. This is a butterfly method. Please keep note where I put the antennas, and that look at the symbol that I put, okay? It's the exact same symbol. I just drag it down for my comparison. So remember to always multiply and always follow the antennas. I hope this lesson was clear for you guys, and let me know in the comments if I need to clear something up. And let me know any comments, concerns, observations, or any questions you guys may have. I'll be happy to answer those. In the meantime, peace.